Somebody tweeted at me that they think he's saying "I love Syria."
I think he is. I love Syria. Good morning.
Oh my god!
Episode 1, 0, 9, 6. Down, 2, down. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else. Just subscribe to your podcast or theathletic.com. Get the 30% off my book. Enjoy this morning by Andrew.
Slam through.
Taylor. Hey, you get a squirrel to like you. Act like a nut. Once upon a time I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can do. Slam through. And then Alex. It's Jay. Hey, Jay.
I told Alex, I wonder how long you could pretend to be Jay and people wouldn't know on the pod.
I apologize. That's shit particulates.
I know. I was really
Shit particulates.
It's really
And
worried.
the new intro, I don't know where to start going.
You just go right after Shay's done.
No, I need to.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
I'll get it.
I brought a bag of potato chips from Portland, Juanitas. And,
Tortilla chips.
Not
Tortilla
potato
chips.
chips.
Sorry.
Tortilla chips. And
Tortilla chips. They're sponsoring the show today.
And they're good.
And they're stuck in Luke's throat.
And they're good.
And then you need some more water.
What I need you with them. Look at those. I mean, they're by themselves are good. But I need some little salsa.
I could bring some salsa.
Do you guys
in here.
prefer a
Salsa.
juicy salsa or a thicky salsa?
Oh, pure juice.
I like a juicy
Really?
salsa.
Yeah, me too. Andrew? Thicky?
Yeah, thick.
Thick. Get thick out of here. I need juice.
You just
Yeah, I'm
like
looking
dip
for
in
juice.
juice, like just soak in the juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And scoop up the juice.
Yeah, just squeeze a tomato over top.
Scoop the
Of a
juice.
chip.
Sounds like a good slogan. Scoop the juice.
Scoop the juice.
Scoop the juice.
You know who was scooping the juice last night? It was the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Whoa, baby.
And that was one of the weirdest games, honestly.
Why? Because they looked so good?
No, because Michael Malone
Michael Malone.
was the most petty. He's easily the most petty coach in the league. And it's not even close. He was so mad at the way that his starters played the entire game that he benched them the entire fourth quarter in a game that got within 9, and there's 6 minutes left. And I'm just sitting there looking over at the bench like Jokic has got to unzip that hoodie at some point and throw it off and get in this game. And he never did. In fact, they went deeper into the bench. Rather than putting them back in the game. An extremely winnable game. Shai went absolutely cold. He was taking the most difficult threes that you can imagine. And man, it was just a weird game. I don't know. I mean, can you name?
Were you in the? Did you get to do the Malone presser afterwards? Were you there?
I went and talked to Mark, but
Because it was funny. You know, a lot of times when coaches do that, we've seen coaches do that before.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, "Well, I like the way my bench was playing, so I
Right.
just wanted to give them a chance." But he was like, "They didn't deserve to come back."
I listened to it afterwards.
It was like very direct.
Yeah,
Don't you love that from an NBA coach using this like high school coach
like Hoosiers tactic.
to like
Dude, that's-
actually accept a loss in the NBA with grown adults?
So I was watching the DNVR like live pod
Yeah,
right
yeah.
after the game,
Yeah.
and they were so pissed. And the guy was saying, "If you like Hoosiers, you probably liked that game, but I hate Hoosiers."
Yeah.
I hate Hoosiers.
Also, it's like, dude, it's Jokic. He's the
Seriously.
league MVP.
Right.
Your goal as a coach is to win games.
Can you
Get your
imagine
team to
Russ
win
ever
games.
getting benched?
No,
And
never.
Donovan
anything.
saying he didn't deserve to play.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
It would be. I mean, that's like Byron Scott level stuff where he benched J.R. Smith his rookie season, saying that the NBA stood for no babies allowed and wouldn't let him play. Like I haven't heard of NBA coaches doing this kind of stuff, like pulling this kind of stunt in a while. But it was just weird because Denver could have easily won that game. I mean, if you look at the past 10 games for Denver, they have the 6th best offense in the NBA. So eventually they were going to get it going.
Yeah.
Like, that was going to happen. They're not going to score under 100 points if they play their guys. But when you close with Concar and Austin Rivers, then like you're going to be toast.
Here's the thing too. Do you think those starters after the game? Do you think they learned their lesson?
Jokic walked to the tunnel before the buzzer sounded.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He got up and was just out.
I just can't see grown adults being treated that way by their coach and being like, you know what?
I mean, think about
Coach
it.
is right.
Like if anybody
we really didn't deserve.
if anybody you worked with treated you that way,
yeah.
like how would you react to
My
that?
natural reaction would be to rebel and do even worse the next time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd be like, dude, I'm 30.
I would just take the ball and just chunk it out of bounds the very first play because they play tonight. The Nuggets play it.
Yeah,
this
they
is
do.
their second night of a back-to-back tonight.
Playing the Hornets.
Just a weird game. Like the Thunder played well. They did. Like their defense was good. Their defensive strategy was on point. That's all great. Shai getting a triple-double was cool. But
Only second in his career. I was kind of shocked by that.
yeah.
I guess. I mean, that's all I have to say.
I asked him about it last night. If he were you aware? Were you trying to get a triple double as the game was ending because you needed one rebound with like a minute left, and he was like very much like, I don't try for that kind of stuff. He's like, I don't really care, but he said my teammates knew and they were like trying to make it happen. So
now, how do they know for
how do
Shai,
they
but
know?
they didn't know for Giddey?
that's a great question. That's a great question. Maybe now that they're more aware of the triple double happening,
They just learned about it the
they
other
just
night.
figured it out.
Oh my gosh, you were that close, Josh? Oh my god.
Like 10, 10, 10.
God.
Poor Josh. Seriously, I asked everybody about it afterwards. Like, did you know? And they're all like, no, I had no idea. I didn't know until just 5 minutes ago. Mark Dagnall, I didn't have any idea. Josh was like, yeah, I knew. Like, I was trying.
This sounds
I
like
really
sounds like an inside job.
really wanted it.
Sabotage Josh.
Maybe Josh was the one that knew and told everybody.
And they were
Oh,
like, dude,
shit.
if you talk about it, it's not cool. Maybe it was one of those things. Like SGA didn't say anything, so people were like, all right. But John's like, guys, I just need one more.
Because I don't think like if you stopped a player in the middle of when they're playing, like, what are your stats? I don't think they could tell you in the middle of the game.
Well,
I think
they are constantly printing papers and handing out stats during the game. There's like
but to the players too.
to the bench. Yeah, it goes to
Really?
the bench. It goes to like the teams. It goes to everybody.
Because you know that famous gif of Jimmy Butler getting the stats and then crumpling them up and throwing them in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they seriously at every timeout they will print stats and hand them to people. There's a Thunder intern. Their job is printer person, and they're just constantly running very nice paper. This isn't just
Really?
regular
It's
copy
thick.
paper. It's
Thick.
thick.
What was
Oh,
card
yeah.
stock?
It's not card stock, but it's nice paper.
Wow.
It's very nice paper.
It's concerning.
Yeah.
and I
It's a lot of environmental issues.
and I know I get in trouble all the time in my office for printing on the wrong paper. We have two
Oh,
printers.
really?
Got two printers, and once you send to one, it sticks with that one. I've printed a 30-page document
Oh no.
on the wrong paper.
Oh,
no.
I know.
Oh, man.
No.
You cost your office hundreds of cents.
No, we got into dollars.
Oh no.
Hundreds of cents. No. It was dollars.
Okay, multiple dollars.
I promise.
This is nice.
Thousands.
This is a nice paper.
Oh
So,
man.
I know.
What do
I
you
know
think
my
of Baze? Because this is the bet. I mean, I actually looked it up on Basketball Reference just by
Yeah.
game score.
Yeah,
It tied for his best game of the season.
Yeah, it was. That passed the eye test. He played well.
Yeah,
He
and
played really
because he
well.
was 7 for 11, but it wasn't him just getting lucky on threes. He actually like only hit 1 of 3 threes. Like it was him doing other stuff.
Yeah, no, I thought he played really well on both ends. He had some nice blocks. I think he had 2 blocks in the first quarter. Yeah, I mean he was legitimately good off the bench, and maybe that's a better role for him.
He definitely, even in the games where he hasn't been great off the bench or just been okay, he brings a ton of energy when he does come in.
Well, they haven't lost since he was put to the bench.
Oh my.
Oh
Oh my. What if Mark has unlocked something?
We got to bring him back in. Mark did say before the game that he will start games.
Yeah.
Like again at some point.
Huh.
So maybe he should be the permanent starter because that starting unit is like a minus 15 or something on the season. So
yeah, it was so weird. And Mark talked about after the game that they've never been in that position where they get up and then have to protect a lead.
Yeah,
they're not used to that.
No, they're not. I mean, I don't.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he talked about how those were good developmental minutes for them to have different situations, not just losing and then trying to win.
Yeah.
So,
and you can't even say they like handled it great. It felt like Shai was going for like kill shots.
Yeah, Dort hit that three. Whenever they eventually put their guys back in, Dort came in and hit that three. That was like kind of the cushion that they needed.
It did feel like it was like getting to 4 minutes left, and it did feel like it was going to be okay. We're going to get a good loss out of this one.
Well, especially because you assumed Jokic was coming back in any second,
right? Yeah, you thought they would at least put in Aaron Gordon and Jokic, and if they liked the way that some of these other guys were playing. If you like the way that Devon Reed and Austin Rivers are playing, fine. Like keep them in the game.
Yeah.
But if you just put Jokic in instead of, I have never heard of Peter Corneli before.
Peter Corneli.
That's his name. He got a jump ball with somebody and he hit it out of bounds, and the official was clearly making fun of him afterwards. That's like the only context that I have for this player. Okay, let's move on to our very Thunder Christmas here.
Oh yeah,
I just downloaded this without listening to what it might be.
It sounds
Christmassy.
Yeah, it sounds like a Donkey Kong underwater level.
It sounds like you're chilling. It's kind of like you're chilling on a beach at night.
Oh yeah,
it's vibey
at the beach.
Oh, there's lyrics. There's lyrics.
There's lyrics.
This time of year is wonderful.
Yeah, I gotta find something else.
I liked it.
The time of year is wonderful. Yeah, we haven't actually gotten to It's About Christmas yet. I assume it is.
Yeah, what's the title of it? So we can all look it up on Spotify.
Christmas.
The magic of Christmas time.
Christmas on the beach at night specifically.
What a wonderful time of the evening.
Sanding your toes, but it's kind of cold, and it's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day.
Feels like you could have just asked them to do it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So we're going to give fictitious Christmas presents to the Thunder.
Fictitious Christmas presents? Like we have to make like it. Okay.
I mean, we can't give them to them. They're not here.
I know.
So
I was kind of hoping we could give them literal presents.
Okay.
Okay, I get it now.
Okay, now I'm fully made fun of now. So let's start. Tayshaun, who would you like to gift?
Let's start here with I'm going to start this off with my Moose gift.
Okay.
This is to Mike Muscala.
Yeah.
I'd like to give him a gaggle of daddles because he plays so well. Imagine an entire group of Moose fans that are all exactly like his dad.
Oh, no.
Now that would be fun.
Do they all get a Twitter account?
Oh, yeah. They all have Twitter accounts. They're all a big part of Thunder Twitter. And they're just all about Moose and hating on anything that isn't Kenrich Williams and Moose.
Do you remember when the Bucks, before they were good, and they had like their own kind of like student section?
The Bucks,
back when like Bogut played for them.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
They had that, like when they started the
that.
whole Fear the Deer thing.
Okay.
I feel like you could do something like that with Moose.
Yeah,
where he has like his own section.
The Moose is loose section.
but it's a lot of dads like this, standing up.
Do you think Bob listens to the podcast?
He might.
It's
Bob,
possible.
Bob, let me know. To @Tayshaun Appleby.
Oh.
All right, L-Man,
Oh,
you're next.
it's Christmas in the club.
Club
I'm going to give
Christmas.
Muscala a chest tattoo of Bullwinkle.
Okay.
Really just moose it up.
Wow.
all the way.
You
his-
guys are spoiling him.
You guys are
Well, he deserves it. This
He
year.
deserves it.
He really deserves
absolutely
it. This year.
spoiled.
Because that's the most classic moose to me. Is there more famous moose than Bullwinkle?
That's a great question. Off the top of my head, that's literally the only moose I can think of.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the only
What's
moose
up
I
with
know of.
that?
There's a moose. There's a moose in the book Hatchet.
Is there?
I think so.
Not a famous moose.
Not a famous moose, but
Doesn't even have a name.
I know, but there's a big moose.
Surely
that's what
there's
I'm
more
giving.
moose.
Hatchet.
There was a moose beanie baby. I had it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know. Not worth.
Now, why would you get him? Oh, just because it's the moose.
Because he's the moose.
And he's already shown that he enjoys he has the Mario tattoo, obviously. So
Yeah.
no, I think it would fit in
yeah.
like animation, anime.
He might like
media,
it. But
he
like-
loves media properties.
He loves media properties. He loves IP. He loves IP. And Bullwinkle, I think it would be really good.
Alex, you have any gifts that you'd like to give?
How about Kenrich Williams?
Okay.
I'd like to give him the glasses with the nose and the mustache,
Okay.
Oh.
so that people from other teams stop paying attention to him, so they don't recognize him anymore. Because the very popular thing right now across Twitter is for teams of other team or fans of other teams
Yeah.
to just think that they can just get Kenrich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everyone likes him. It's the he's the ultimate NBA smart guy right now.
he is.
If you are on another team and you say that your team should go get Kenrich Williams, it's like instant cred.
True.
People are like, "Whoa, someone from the Thunder?"
It's so fun to be a fan of that team that's like, well, yeah, I mean, we can just get Kenrich. Like, he's on the Thunder. You can just give them
Yeah, exactly.
whatever. Like, they don't need him.
They just want to draft
Because
pick.
it's
Just
not
give
even.
them
They just want
It's not
second-round
like you're
draft pick.
asking for like one of our starters or one of our stars.
Right,
It's literally
right.
like our seventh guy.
Yeah.
And so I get it from their perspective, but I just want people to shut up about it.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
I give them the glasses with the nose, maybe they'll think it's someone else. They'll forget about Kenrich for a little while.
Yeah.
That has always worked every time someone has used that.
I mean, that's why they're made.
Yeah.
That's why they sell them.
A lot of years of proof of concept.
I'd like to give Trey Man. Dude, I'd like to shower the boy with Skittles.
Oh,
You know.
that's good.
You know. I like to shower the boy. No, I'd like to shower the boy with Skittles. I think that he deserves some minutes. Just let him freewheel give him like a quarter to just do whatever he wants to do on the court and with no consequences. Because there are clear consequences for Trey Man whenever he does something that he's not supposed to do.
Yeah.
He didn't play a whole lot last night. And I think part of it is that he didn't play great defense. And he hasn't played great defense the last few games. So
Broccoli.
he needs to eat his broccoli, but I say no broccoli for him.
Yeah, we had
Skittles only.
two coaches last night. One's like, these players don't deserve. My players need to eat more broccoli. Where are these coaches going?
I don't know.
This is weird.
Curmudgeons.
So
But
you're giving him a quarter of basketball.
just the entire quarter to play however he wants. Ball in his hands.
How does he? What do you think he would look like? Like I didn't watch him at Florida.
I mean-
Was he that kind of like high usage player for them?
Yeah, he was really good for them. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see him have just have the ball for an extended period of time because he just gets these like pockets of time,
Yeah.
just like 2 or 3 possessions here and there.
If he was here last year, how nice would that have been? Because we got the Teo show at the end of the year. If you had just replaced Teo with Trey Mann,
It would
it
have
would've been
actually been
equally been-
watchable.
yeah, it would have been equally as bad in terms of the outcome.
Yeah.
But it would have been much more entertaining.
Because Teo is, it's like basically not watching basketball when you're watching him play basketball.
Speaking of Teo, I got a gift for him.
You
Oh,
do,
good.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good.
A friggin' thick old seat cushion because that man's benched.
Wow. Wow.
He's gonna be sitting on his keister for a lot of games.
Maybe like
long
one of
time.
those donuts that you sit on when you have hemorrhoids.
Maybe one of those. I was thinking more like the Phil Jackson one that was like
Super
Really
8
high.
tall.
inches thick. Yeah. I'd like to
Just make him stand out on the bench.
Yeah, like everyone see that he's on the bench.
Maybe
or
that would
the-
help because Mark would look down and instantly see Teo
Just
every
his head
single
pops up
time.
over everybody's.
Bonjour, coach.
Poor Teo.
I'm going to I have a gift for Josh Giddey,
Uh-huh.
and it's luxurious creams for his hair. hair creams, hair shampoos, hair conditioners, the most luxurious high-end creams and conditioners.
You don't think he already has those? He clearly uses those.
I want to make sure he has
I'm sure
extras.
I'm sure he'd very much appreciate it.
Extras. All the best holding, because someone was like, they're on Reddit, was like, let's get this man a headband. I'm not ready for him to have a headband. I'm enjoying the flow right now.
I want pigtails.
No,
That could be cool.
no.
Also,
cool.
No, it could not.
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely not.
I think that could be cool.
Not
I also
cool.
think headband could be very cool because it could like flop over the headband. You know when guys have that. Hello.
I don't think that's happening with his hair. His
You don't
is
think
going
so?
up and out. But that's what I'm getting him. The most luxurious hair care products
Okay.
imaginable.
Okay.
It'd be so weird having like a 35-year-old guy come up to a 19-year-old.
Hey, I've got some
Got you some
creams.
I got you luxurious creams.
Merry Christmas.
If
But
you
it's-
already have these, I just want you to have
Josh,
extras.
Let's just make sure you have extras in the house,
extras.
Josh.
Gotta have extras because there's nothing worse than out. I'm not having any. Like when I go to the grocery store right now, if I like I needed new toothpaste, I buy 6 things of toothpaste
6?
Why?
because I don't like going to the grocery store right
So
now.
do you have like 30 deals of toothpaste?
I have 6.
He buys 6 every time he goes.
No, I buy 6,
can't
and then I
remember.
don't need it for another, like 8 months.
Wow.
Probably longer than that.
Probably longer.
What kind of
Yeah.
toothpaste are you using?
I'm using the green Crest like gel.
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah,
about?
I do.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
It's got sparkles in it.
It has kind of some sparkles in
You're
it.
really treating yourself.
Well, brush those teeth, man.
Wow.
I'd like to get Baze something because it feels like we have perhaps entered a new era.
Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
No. Well, I'm just saying
Just don't do it to yourself.
I'm saying if we have,
Yeah.
as like he's a part of this new bench mob, this is going to be the best version of Baze coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I feel like he needs something. He needs some new part of his identity. Like, you know how Kenrich has the hair
Yeah.
and it makes him very distinguishable and people know him because of the hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's cool having a guy off the bench who has like a defined look.
Yeah.
I feel like Baze needs a defined look. And that could be wearing goggles. Like it could be, he could do facial hair or something. He could get a new haircut.
He
could,
can't really do facial hair or something, but
he could do like one of the ninja headbands. Like he just needs something
he does need a look.
to like make him stand out. Because I think that would make him like 5% better as Kenrich's haircut makes
Get
him
lightning bolts in his hair.
cool. I don't know about that, but
So do you have a thing? You're just getting him something.
well, I'm just throwing it out there. If we can,
We got to
figure-
decide what it is.
What are
I mean,
we
some
got to
accessories?
give him a look.
like I like goggles because not a lot of guys wear goggles.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different types now that you can wear, and it'd be cool to have a goggle guy. Trying
What
to
if he
think
just wore a mask?
in the game.
Yeah, he didn't need it.
Oh,
He
like
just needs to wear
a Rip
mask.
Hamilton
Like
mask,
Rip
Yeah.
Hamilton.
but
yeah.
without breaking his nose first.
Right.
Rip
right.
Hamilton wore it with a unbroken face,
That was just like he got super comfortable with it on, right? And he was like, "Well, I just wear a mask now."
which is so weird in
That is
retrospect.
weird. But they're kind of, I mean, shooters like that are kind of weird about stuff.
That's real weird, man.
Yeah.
That's real weird.
That would be kind of cool because I mean his standout quality right now is his blocks ability,
Mm.
which is like
Yeah.
a scary, imposing thing. So if you had like a cool
Yeah.
mask that you wore, it might add to that.
Full face, like no face showing, like
What if he
kinda
just
like
wore the
Hannibal Lecter
Jason
style.
mask?
Yeah. yeah.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool.
He might also just need like Dikembe Mutombo didn't have like a look.
Oh, but he had a
But
thing.
he had the
Yeah.
finger wag.
Yeah.
He needs like
Yeah.
he doesn't maybe he doesn't need to wear something. Maybe he needs to have a signature thing.
Oh.
His signature thing last night before the game. You have to, I need to call this up and put this out there on Twitter. But Joe Masato asked him what he thought would what would be helpful for him in his game to come off the bench. Like, why is it helpful for you? He goes, and he paused for 19 seconds of just dead silence. No one said a word, and it was just
It feels like a lot. It feels like 3 minutes when that happens.
it's incredible. I mean, he just sits there and he's really thinking. And that's so far that's his thing, I think.
That's his thing.
So far.
Just a 19-second.
What if we did that to you right now?
It's a long. It's
19 seconds is a long time.
It's a long time.
Here's what I think it should be. He blocks a shot and then he like stands over and he just looks to the guy and goes, "You just got lost in the Baze maze."
That's a great idea.
He has to like chase the player, even if the player's he's like, "Hey, get back here!
Get back here! You just got lost in the Baze maze." Or he could go up to the camera and go, "He just got lost in the Baze maze."
Like leads into the
Wouldn't
camera, like,
for real though?
got lost
Give
in
him
the Baze
one
maze.
thing like that, and wouldn't you like him a lot more?
He goes
Oh,
to
yeah.
the ref's camera.
He just got lost
Just
in
got
the
lost in
Baze
the Baze
maze.
maze.
I sit right by the ref's camera. I mean, I can sit
Yeah.
there. I could ruin this whole operation if I wanted to.
I think it should be like he acts like he's playing Call of Duty and he's
I thought-
teabagging someone.
I thought you were holding
What's wrong
a
with
bass
you?
guitar.
No.
He's playing a bass guitar, but he's teabagging.
He's also teabagging after a kill.
Because we've had Lance Stevenson, he did the air guitar,
He did.
but no one's done an air bass yet. And bass block, it kind of goes, this is supposed to start with B.
He just
think-
does the Seinfeld.
Do you think he-
just
Bass,
down,
bass.
down, 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 down,
Do you think
down, down.
does he hold it high or does he hold it low?
Oh, that's
Like he's out here.
No,
playing?
no,
The
absolutely.
high
not.
bass is, but it goes to go real low.
No. He's just a normie. Come on.
Oh,
When-
dude.
If someone played air bass
Wrong.
like this though, you'd be like, is that guitar or bass? If it's up here,
It's up here. It's a bass.
If it's up here,
Yeah, it's a bass.
It's a bass. He's got to go up here.
You don't play a guitar like this anywhere, no matter how
That's what
high or
I'm
low
saying.
it is.
Like if I played a bass like this, you'd be like, is he playing guitar or bass?
Not with the fingers. No.
but up here, no questions
Up
asked.
here, he's high.
Yeah.
He's playing it high.
When you guys when you guys played basketball, did you ever have like a move you tried out, like to show up the other team, or like a 3 points? I probably
Yeah, it's
weren't.
like this.
No.
We probably weren't hitting 3
I
pointers.
don't remember stuff like that with players growing up. How they would.
It's weird because you would think that would be the funnest part of playing basketball
Like
when
Wes
we were younger.
Matthews with
That's
the-
all I would have cared about. Yeah,
You know?
that's a great one. I love.
I also think
Pulling out the arrow.
drums, playing drums, walking back, that would be good
Tom
too.
to tom tom snare.
Tom to tom snare
Tom
would be
to tom
awesome
tom
if he was playing the drums. What like afterwards?
I
Well,
wish someone would
Yeah.
moonwalk back. Like they hit a 3 and they keep looking
See,
that
like,
way
one
and they
of-
moonwalk
Ooh.
back.
You know,
That'd
like
be cool.
Russ was like the king of this stuff, right?
yeah.
Because he'd rock the baby, like he'd do
Uh-huh.
all those things, and everybody just loved it. I think you're right that Baisley needs something.
Well, hopefully he's listening, and we've given him a lot of great ideas.
Let us know on Twitter what you think. Baisley's
and specifically
thing should be.
Baze. Let us know on Twitter.
Hey Darius.
Let
What if
us
he-
know.
This is what he should do. He should pretend to vomit.
All right,
And he goes, that was sick.
Next gift.
next gift.
That was
we have reached the end of our content for that particular gift.
By the way, I think that was 7 minutes on that one.
I
On
don't.
Baze gift.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Deserved.
Who's up, Alex? I got one.
I just
Andrew?
went.
Xander.
Oh,
Poku. I think that Poku needs to know. He just needs somebody, the gift of somebody sitting him down and saying, it's okay if you run into somebody else on the court or if you get in there and battle for a rebound, because that's one of the things that he's missing in his game. I think he needs the gift of a conversation from somebody he respects. That's
you
what
don't
he
think
needs.
they're telling him already to like get in there?
He sure
Poku.
doesn't play like that
He really does
at all.
He really does.
When was the last time you saw him collide with somebody on the court? I feel like he goes out of his way to just stay away from people.
Yeah, he does.
What if you, because obviously you saw him last week at Shop Good,
Yeah.
and he lives in the city, you could run into him
Oh,
and you could post him up
it's you.
in public. This is what I used
Yeah.
to do to Luke
Yeah,
when we
that's
lived
true.
together.
when I was trying to get like chips and stuff, and he'd
Post him up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
keep me out. He's keep me away from the chips.
I'm opening the post.
Over to the post.
Yeah, I'd be glad to do it. I'd be glad to do that in public.
Again, a really cool thing for a mid-30s guy to do
Uh-huh.
with a
To a
19-year-old.
19-year-old
Uh-huh.
boy.
That's cool. That's cool.
Poor Poku. All right. Anybody got anything else?
I got one for Shay. The ability to skip ahead to when OKC is a contender.
A time machine.
Time machine.
Yes, but really, I just wanted it like it's like one button,
Dude, that's
and you can only skip forward for this. That's all that the time machine is.
He loves the process.
Yeah,
Though.
I don't want a butterfly effect issue going on. here
Yeah.
where you accidentally go back.
plus how terrible to pick that and not to go back in time and fix a horrible atrocity.
Well, right. That's why I'm like, this is selfish because really this is for all of us. But with Shai being the captain,
but with the caveat that perhaps it never happens, and he just fast forwards to his own death.
his own death.
Oh no!
Whoa, that
He goes
could
too
happen.
far. He goes too far.
That could happen.
Wow.
It's like the Thunder aren't contenders until 2080
Oh,
or something, and it's
no.
just like
It's like
He
it's
skips his
such
life.
that's such the movie Click. I assume. Not seen it.
That is such the movie Click.
Man, he slaps David Hasselhoff and then he's dead, I think. That's
the movie would be better if that were the
Uh-huh.
case and it was only 5 minutes.
That is such the
That
movie
is
Click.
such
That is movie clip.
it is such a movie Click situation. Man, we've all been there.
I haven't seen it, but I assume it is.
I assume that's what it's about.
All right. Anybody else got any other gifts
What
that
a
they've got
weird
to
ass
give?
reference to something you haven't even seen it. So like,
Yeah, but
why
I
did
know
your mind
about it.
even-
I know the I know the plot.
I hope you never watch it.
I don't have any plans to.
Please don't.
Hey, I know what I'll get the whole team. Peace on earth. Goodwill towards men.
That would be great.
How about
Yeah,
that?
shut up.
Last one. I want to get Gabriel Dex something.
Do you?
Yeah, because I feel like he's put up with a lot
Has he?
while making a lot of money.
I was going to say,
But
he's made a ton of money just practicing.
just something simple. What if we got him like a little turt?
A turtle?
A turtle.
A turtle?
A little turt. That just to let him know that we
like
appreciate him.
We like him. Here's a pet.
Yeah, a little
we
pet.
found a bunch of little turtles out here. I could just find one, give it to him.
That'd be great. Put it
Yeah.
in a little habitat. I've been watching
Yeah.
habitat videos on YouTube. I watched a 48-minute video of a guy building an aquarium.
I can't imagine ever
Dude.
doing that.
Dude, you got to get on aquarium YouTube.
Saltwater,
It's so good.
dude.
You-
Salt, dude. Dude,
Your
no,
new
I
house-
can't
Dude,
stop.
Don't even get me
Don't even get
started.
me
Yeah,
started.
you need one in your
Your
Oh,
new
man.
house needs an aquarium.
Dude, that would be sick.
Dude, I'm getting on aquarium tube.
That
you
would
know
be
what?
a
Your aquarium
magnet.
should be so big that it like is dividing 2 rooms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
It's like you'd be so rich that your aquarium is a
What's
wall.
What if you could have any sea creature?
Any sea creature?
What would it be?
And before you answer, I want to let you know that there's a guy on YouTube who bought a lobster from his local grocery store and is
Yeah.
now just
Give it a new life.
yeah, gave it a new life,
Oh,
and you
that's
can
good.
do it, and it works. And
Really?
it's really happy.
And it's
Yeah.
not that expensive.
It was like $40, but
But I mean, in comparison to like if you bought an octopus, like,
Right.
how much would that cost?
That's
like
true.
a lot.
Octopus I would say octopus for my aquarium, but
Yeah.
they do escape.
Oh yeah, they're smart.
They
They're smart.
they escape and try to get out. And, like you'll find.
That's kind of the fun in it, though.
I don't know if
That
that'd be
is
fun.
fun. What
I-
if you're taking a shower and like the door opens? You're like, what the hell? The octopus is like,
That would be scary. I saw someone that bought and had some jellyfish in an aquarium. It's cool because they put like a black light on them and they're all like wild colors. You can watch them like eating the stuff.
that's like an adult
Wow.
lava lamp is what you'd have in your house.
Exactly.
It's cool.
And then there's a movie where Will Smith kills himself
gosh.
with jellyfish.
Oh, you've never seen it, but you know that this happens.
No, I've seen it. It's not very.
He
I've
kills
seen it. It's not
himself
very
with
good.
jellyfish.
It's called like. Is it called like 7 seconds or 7 minutes or something?
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, not
It's
good.
a huge bummer.
Not worth it. All right. Thanks so much for listening to this part of our podcast. We're going to take a quick break. Right after that, we'll have Tayshawn's Factoid. And we're back from that quick break.
John's Factoid Figure Inventory. Take John's Factoid Figure Inventory.
Hello, it's me, and this is my Factoid Factory victory. 2 nights ago, Udonis Haslem played an NBA game.
Yeah.
Had a 3-pointer straight off the bench.
Mm.
Bald spots all over that old
That's
man's
great.
head.
It's great.
I loved it. Last night, Joe Johnson, lovely appearance. Nice pull-up jumper, classic
Yes.
Joe Johnson.
Great.
Garden's going crazy.
Garden's going crazy. I think it's just lovely to have these old guys. It's like really nostalgic and actually fits the Christmas, spirit, the energy of Christmas.
It's a little gift to us.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
And I just think it's really lovely. And Dirk and Joe Johnson are the only two players to have scored in the NBA when they were 20 and when they were 40.
Yep.
With the same
With
team.
the same team.
With the same team.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. Because as I was saying that, I was like, Ray Allen definitely did that.
Yeah.
So
With the same team. Yeah.
Reggie Miller probably did that. Anyway, I just want to talk about some old guys that you liked watching. Who would you like to see play a game tonight? Dirk would be really fun on the Mavs.
Now, these are players that we think could actually play in the same way that Joe Johnson can play.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Johnson and UD came in for 3 minutes and did something. And
Yeah, you couldn't say like Bill Russell or something.
Yeah. You just
I don't
need
think he's even in
someone
the
that-
game.
That'd be cool, though.
It would be very cool to see. I don't know how old he is, 80, whatever he is.
Yeah,
suit
he's
up.
very old.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. But talk about the Garden going crazy.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
Hey, wait till you see Bill
Maybe that
Russell
should-
at the
maybe-
scores table.
Maybe
Check
that
it in.
is that is my answer.
That would be lovely.
A guy I always think, because like early 2000s, mid 2000s, the only reason I know a lot of those guys is because of fantasy basketball.
Yeah.
I forget how to say his first name. Linus Kleza.
Linus.
Linus Kleza.
Yeah.
He played for the Denver Nuggets. One of those guys that in my head was amazing back then, purely because of what he did fantasy wise.
Yeah.
And I would
Wow.
love to see a guy like that.
Crazy, my God.
Or like Jamario Moon.
Yeah.
Like those types of guys.
Mario Moon.
I always liked all that.
What if like Rudy Fernandez came back
Yeah.
on a 10-day with the Nets and he and Patty Mills got to do the 3-pointer thing that they used to do in Portland together?
Okay.
That would be
You
cool.
guys are
That
just
would be
going so
lovely.
niche. I just want to see Rasheed Wallace suit
Oh,
up for the
yeah.
Portland Trailblazers.
And get a technical.
Yeah,
Just come in and
get a
cuss the
tech.
ref out.
Yeah, hit a 3, talk some trash, go sit back down.
Like he could probably do that right now.
Who wouldn't want that?
I know who mine is. Dennis Rodman. New hair, new or like classic hair that he's done before, like the leopard print comes back.
How old
He
is
could get some
Dennis
rebounds.
Rodman?
I think I would guess.
Go over here.
Yeah, give me a guess.
I would
before-
guess he is 56.
60 years old.
Wow.
60.
Yeah.
He's got some years.
Yeah.
The basketball court.
Well,
Okay, like
if he gets matched up against Bill Russell, I feel like he might actually have a
He
shot.
would have.
yeah,
I think so.
Josh Smith.
Oh,
Josh
yeah.
Smith comes back for the
Josh
Hawks.
Smith.
That would be
The last
awesome.
thing I remember is just the Pistons sending him away, just sending him home. Like, we don't even want to deal with you. Just go home.
Yeah,
Stay away from us.
but
Man, the Pistons had so many guys of that era, like Charlie Villanueva,
yeah,
Greg Monroe. Actually, we got Brandon Knight. He is back.
he is.
He's
back. He is.
Unreal.
There is like that certain type of player though that was like a 2009 player or something. That was like they're really good, but what do you do with this?
Yeah, there was definitely a pocket of time where the NBA was not very good.
Yeah,
And it was like
Yeah.
those kind of guys
yeah, a lot of
that
those
occupied
guys.
a lot of space.
Yeah,
Larry Sanders. Oh, Ben
Dude.
Gordon.
Ben Gordon, yes,
Ben
Ben Gordon's
Gordon.
like classic. Luol Deng is another one. Like that whole Bulls team that wasn't ever very good. Kirk Heinrich.
Kirk Heinrich would be hilarious.
That would not interest me at all. I'm not tuning in.
What if he
for
comes
Kirk
back, but he has
Heinrich.
more accessories because he
Yeah.
ended his career.
He was a
with just
goggle guy.
He had goggles. He had I think he had 2 sleeves. He had so much going on.
The Heat kind of seem like a team that would just start doing this as like for PR stuff, like UD, and then it's like, hey, Chris Birdman Anderson's coming back.
Isn't that not a good idea? Especially in a
is.
time like this, if you have like a big COVID outbreak, like just call people that like, hey, listen, you were beloved by the fan base. Would you just play one game for us?
That would be awesome.
I think that'd
And
be
just do it
awesome.
at the end of the game.
One night only.
Yeah.
Daquan
that was-
Cook back in Oklahoma City.
I don't know if that's big enough. But it was
People
cool.
go wild.
Oh my God, are you gonna go to Daquan night?
OKC packs the Paycom
What if they
Center.
did? What if they
Yeah,
did?
I'm getting vaxxed for it.
What if they did Perk Night?
People would get kind of excited for Perk Night.
Who would? Okay,
They would, because if you watch the Joe Johnson thing, like the crowd was chanting, "We want Joe." So it has to be someone.
okay. So what's the lowest level player that people would
For
do that
OKC,
for in
I
OKC.
know, I just know
history.
the right answer. Hashim Thabit.
That's
That's who. That's who.
They might be able to get him.
I think that's who they need.
Yeah,
I just
I
don't know. Do
worry
we
there's
have that-
too many people who would not know.
I know. Do we have
who
enough
Sheem
memories
Thabit-
with him? You need lots of memory.
Guys,
Perk would definitely work.
we also know the actual answer to this, but it's not fun to say it. It's
Nick-
Nick Collison.
Yeah, Nick Collison.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do it.
See, that sucks though.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But who
That
else?
would be the most Thunder thing, where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Okay.
It's
we
Nick.
get it.
are you Udonis Haslam?
Can you wear a retired jersey if it's your own?
You,
if it's your
maybe.
own,
Yeah.
I think only you can wear it.
huh?
I think. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know the rules.
But wait, then you're coming out of retirement, but they have to do the paperwork to get the jersey number out of retirement, and that's a whole
'Cause there has to be
bureaucratic
a-
mess.
There has to
Yeah.
be a surprise factor, and I feel like Nick Collison isn't as big enough of a surprise.
Who would be the big surprise?
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that would be a big
There you go.
surprise. Kevin Durant is now on the Thunder again.
COVID.
What's the player that you were confident that only 10% of the arena would know who they were? If they were like, "Welcome back, Kyle Weaver."
Yeah.
That's the first name that came to my
Yeah.
head. Kyle Weaver. Yeah.
DJ.
Augustine?
No.
He's in
He's
the
in the
league.
league.
BJ Mullins.
no. Oh, BJ Mullins.
That's a
would
good
be
one.
fun.
BJ Mullins.
Who's
is
the guy
good.
had-
DJ White?
Oh,
yeah,
DJ White.
Who's,
Yeah.
Who's the guy that had all the guns in this house?
Robert
Oh.
Swift.
Robert Swift.
Robert
Bring it
Swift.
back.
Yeah, that would just be awkward. I don't know if people would cheer for that one.
What I was seeing on Twitter, I can't remember who was talking about it, but they're like, let's see how some team tries to like flip Myers Leonard into a good idea to bring back.
Yeah.
Take us back to a bigger
I'm out.
Take us back to a bigger No, dude.
I really do.
It's
I don't work just
Christmas.
for myself anymore.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. I really do have a gift for you.
It's a gift.
They're not going to fire you.
On Christmas?
They're not going to fire on
On
Christmas.
Christmas?
Really not. He's really not going to fire. But
I've got
wow. Do I open it on the pod?
If you're listening to the pod right now, Andrew has just gone to a mini tree and gotten 2 gifts from under
it's
the
a
tree.
live open.
Yeah, this is
Live opening.
Oh, it's kind of heavy.
2 boxes.
The weight of
I already know what it is now
of
that
a
I'm thinking
Costco
about
bag
it.
of rice.
Taylor's guessing that it's a bag of rice.
No, just the weight of it.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke is looking. Oh, looks like Luke got. Tell him what it is.
Tell them what it is, everybody.
Luke has gotten a box of Cookie Crisp.
That's why it's so heavy. It's live
It's
cereal.
live cereal.
Crisp.
So I've gotten you both cereal.
There you
today.
go.
You know, L-Man.
Who's this? Who's this new mascot? What happened to the thief and dog?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Is,
maybe
is that a coyote?
Oh, this is such a click situation.
It's classic. What?
This is such click.
Cookies for breakfast is not supposed to make sense. Just like L-Man on a basketball podcast, not supposed to make sense, but it's
somehow
great.
It does. It works.
But it works and it's great. So that's why you got Cookie Crisp. And in our little Instagram DMs, Taylor's always sending us videos that give us life. And so, and Taylor
Luke
just
is always sending death.
couldn't find a death cereal.
couldn't find death cereal. I think Cookie Crisp might be the closest thing to it.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I've never had this.
You haven't? It's delightful.
I've
You
never
will
had
love
this.
it.
It
I like
does
it.
look good.
It's really good.
It looks like a
You could
really
try it
good
right now
dad
if you
cereal.
wanted to.
All right.
It's super good. So, Merry Christmas to you guys.
Thank you. I
Merry
didn't get you
Christmas.
anything.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
I did get Alex something. No, hold on. It's in my car. I just had a feeling you were going to be here.
Oh man.
Kind of.
Get you eat your own Cookie Crisp.
All right, let's go to some Twitter questions.
Twitter questions.
All right, our first Twitter.
I have had this before. It's good.
It's good.
Our first Twitter question
Confirmed.
comes from @NB6'6", who wants to know, what does Josh Giddey's stat line look like in 2 years' time? let's say at that time he has a decent big for pick and rolls and a sharpshooter on the wing along with the current gang.
I don't know, like 14, 8, and 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say 15, 7, and 8.
Yeah. I mean, I think
16, 8, and 7.
he's gonna have to improve a lot as a shooter for me to believe that he's gonna score more than that. Bye, Taylor. Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, he's gonna have to improve a lot as a shooter. I asked him about it after the game, that like his thoughts on his progress as a scorer. Like, he's scored in a lot of different ways, but he's still not like an efficient shooter. And he said that like reworking his shot is something that he has to do in the offseason.
Oh, really? Oh, that's nice to hear.
He said like in season it's just about confidence and reps. He's working with Mike Wilkes a lot, former NBA player, former Thunder player, Mike Wilkes, who's he said he works a lot with him on his scoring, but he said in the offseason that's when they'll kind of mechanically rework things for him.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Because he needs to.
I know. That's why I asked him. I was like, is like reworking your shot something you can do in season? He's like, no.
Yeah.
So, which I knew the answer to that, but it's just good to hear it.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. Comes from @that97gunner, who wants to know what's your take on SGA's sidestep threes. They're obviously great when they're game winners, but more often than not, they feel pretty forced and a way off.
Yeah, I posted last night on Twitter that I had no idea how bad he has been from three this year. He is currently sub 30%, and that was before taking into account last night's game where he was 0 for 7. And there's only been 5 players in NBA history who have had a season where they've taken at least 6 threes a game and shot under 30%. One of whom is 37-year-old Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
his true shooting percentage that year was like 46%. And then 2 seasons of Jason Williams, and then Michael Adams, who somehow in the 1990-91 season was taking over 8 threes a game for the Denver Nuggets.
And per game he was, some of those Nuggets teams. One of those Nuggets teams was the team that scored the most points in NBA history in like one game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's great. I think he needs to use these years to improve and to try new stuff and to like work things into his game. And with that, you're going to have a lot of like trial and error. And if you just like go back and watch, you can go to NBA.com, look at the box score, and you can click on like every 3 that he takes and watch them. It takes like, I don't know, a few minutes to do that for last night. Just like look at the quality of shot that it is. Like, they're incredibly difficult. Most of them on the move. The sidestep obviously is a really tough shot. If he can develop that over the course of this season and next season, and that becomes a real weapon for him, like it's time well spent. Like, I don't, as far as like the results for this season go, like I don't really care. I think he's a good shooter. And also the fact is like the starting unit, the spacing is just, there's nothing. Like there's no space at all for him to shoot. So they're bringing him everything with regards to like defensive coverages. So, and
I think it would be concerning if he wasn't leading the league in drives. Like, it's not like he's just settling for threes all the time. Like, he's still being very aggressive. Getting to the rim. It's just the part of his game that isn't working right now. And honestly, I don't mind it because maybe it'll shut up people about wanting to trade for him because they'll go and look at his stat line. You know, maybe Toronto Raptors fans will go look at his stat line. Oh, we don't want Shai.
We don't want that guy.
He's shooting under 30%.
Yeah. I have no concern once they get a play. I don't know that he's a 40% 3-point shooter, but I have confidence that he'll be an above average 3-point shooter when the time comes for it to really matter.
Elman, next.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next question.
Hey guys.
It comes from @Alex_BowlerJack, who wants to know which food belong to a single specific holiday. Is pumpkin pie only Thanksgiving, etc.?
He's asking, are there any foods that you only eat on one holiday?
Which food belongs to a single specific holiday?
You couldn't even imagine it.
I have one.
Yeah.
Heart-shaped box candy. You're not gonna get it box candy. You're not gonna get box candy like.
Well, yeah, if you
chocolates,
go the
box of
candy route,
chocolates.
I mean, candy corn is
box
only
of,
eaten.
box of chocolates.
You can buy a box of chocolate for Christmas.
No one does. It's a Valentine's.
Literally got my mom a little box of chocolates
Oh
as
my
part of her
gosh,
gift.
that's so
Wow.
sweet.
Anywho,
Well, hope it'll save 2 months.
but even like turkey, I mean, turkey is associated with
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I've had turkey on,
Yeah.
on other holidays.
But candy corn is a good one.
candy corn for sure.
Candy corn, yes. It's a tough one because I think a lot of people do the same meal for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
They do.
My family does not do that.
We don't do that
Christmas-
either. We don't do that either.
Christmas, steak and salad.
We do steak. We're gonna do steak on Christmas Eve, and then we do on Christmas Day. We do like brunch, like
Dude.
breakfast.
Yeah, we do like
You don't seem very happy.
like lasagnas.
You don't seem very
What
happy
you do
about that.
lasagnas
I
for
think it's a
for
lasagna.
breakfast?
Lots of lasagna.
Or like
Christmas
no,
breakfast?
breakfast casserole. That's what we do,
yeah,
Yeah.
breakfast casserole.
which is good. I like it.
that sounds good.
That's great.
Is there any others that are like very specific? Because I think you can make a pumpkin pie for Christmas too. That's the problem. Is
Do
that there's
people
too
do?
much crossover for Christmas
Yeah.
and Thanksgiving? 'Cause
Okay, what
Thanksgiving
about-
would be the one.
What about cranberry sauce?
You could do it. That's the thing.
I know
is-
you could do it, but I've never seen cranberry sauce at a Christmas dinner.
but it could be festive.
It actually does match.
Christmas.
It is a color match.
That's true.
My wife
My wife.
made fresh cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving this year. It was
It was good.
so good.
I still haven't had it.
I've never had
It was
it either.
delightful.
That's not a.
It's delightful.
Holding out.
Never.
Stay
never
strong.
We also made a cranberry salsa,
That sounds disgusting.
which was so good.
no.
It was
Not a
so
chance.
so delightful.
That could be. That's how I would probably dip my toe into the cranberry lifestyle. But
It was so good.
we'll see.
It was
Not going
really
all the
it's
way.
really tough to cut a cranberry. I cut all the cranberries. It's really tough.
Yeah, they're hardy.
Yeah, it's a tough cut.
They got to live out there in the elements.
They do.
Hardened.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. And it comes from at Al Sexy Poopy Chi 1.
Excuse me.
Al Sexy Poopy,
Yeah.
Poopy Chi 1.
Okay.
Who wants to know who's your favorite between Paolo, Chet, and Jabari? I personally really like the potential fit of Jabari with Shai and Giddey. So much spice.
So much space.
So much space. I think that I would, if I were to pick somebody, I would probably pick Paulo. But there's still a part of me that really leans Chet because of the potential that he has. He's going to be a really good shot blocker at the NBA level. He can do so many things. He would just make this like the ultimate weirdo team in the
He would.
league. And they would be really fun to watch. I think Paulo he's kind of just like your normal like scoring NBA forward. But Chet there's just something about him. And having him, I mean, if Poku ever gets good enough to be able to be on the court consistently, like having those two on the court with Giddey and Shai would just be unbelievable. So I would still probably lean Chet just for the weirdo reason.
Yeah, I feel similarly, and in fact, I would probably have Paolo third, because I like those other two guys more. I trust them obviously way more defensively
Sure.
than Paolo. I think they fit the Thunder better. Paolo is obviously going to be a good player, but I just don't feel like
Maybe not.
he might not. But I just feel like those other two guys fit what the Thunder are currently doing.
Yeah.
And I love Chet because the knock on him, I think, is just it's not going to matter eventually. Like we've had players like this before where people focus in just on one thing. Every single time you bring up Chet, you have to bring up how
His
skinny he
weight,
is.
Yeah.
And I do not care.
Well, and we were talking about Poku earlier and how I would give him the gift of sitting down and letting him know it's okay to run into people.
Chet
Like if
does
you
that.
watch Chet, like Chet gets in there, he mixes it up every single game, almost every possession of the game.
Yeah.
Like it's something you don't have to worry about with him at all.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is that he's on a very good team, a veteran team.
Yeah.
He's playing with Timmy, who's
Yeah.
like their star.
Yeah.
And so I think you're going to see a lot more of Chet's offensive arsenal when he gets to the NBA. Because honestly, they don't really need, or they just need him to be that defensive anchor for their team.
And he's been great so
and
far.
anything he gives them offensively is just kind of like a bonus right now.
Yeah.
But if you go back and watch like what he was doing in high school, like he was much more of an offensive force.
Oh yeah.
And so I fully expect, especially if he goes to a bad team like the Thunder or like a developing team and gets the opportunity to spread his wings in that way, you're going to see like a completely different player.
Yeah.
Offensively.
Yeah.
And defensively, I just believe in what he brings.
I love Chet. I think he would make this team so fun.
And I think he has like right now, I think he has the highest probability of falling to 3 at least. Like if somebody of that group falls to 4, like somebody really likes Jaden Ivey and he goes into that top 3, I think it will be Chet falling to 4.
Gavoni has him 1.
Does he really?
Mm-hmm. Does that surprise you? It surprised me just because like I'm so like honed in on draft Twitter right now, and like nobody has him 1 on draft Twitter. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean the cool thing right now is Jabari Smith.
Having Jabari Smith number 1, you're very smart and know the draft well. You know,
which I get. I mean, he's been incredible.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, Gavoni's one of those people that has been probably following Chet since he was like 14.
Mm-hmm.
So that's encouraging.
Yeah, I thought so too. I think it's encouraging for the class in general because like so many people have Paolo 1. I think people really like Jabari Smith. I think that the strength of this top 4 is better than I thought it would be going into the college season.
Yeah, I mean, you compare it to not last year, but 2 years ago.
Oh,
like the Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah,
it feels much stronger than that.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Coming into the draft. And obviously LaMelo turned out to be like incredible, but like coming into the draft, it feels way stronger.
Yeah,
at the top.
It feels better. And there will be good players beyond them. We just don't have any clue who it is yet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to our next Twitter question. Comes from @Thunder_Junkie, who wants to know our favorite Crema movie. Favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, I thought that you were saying crime.
Favorite crime movie.
Favorite crime movie.
Favorite Christmas movie.
I mean, there's all the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Like I love Vacation, but a deep cut, very deep cut. And I only watched this movie because my mom liked it, and she used to make us watch it every Christmas Eve. It was this movie called A Child's Christmas in Wales. And it was about a Welsh kid in around Christmas time. Don't remember what it's about, but it's one of those movies that, you know, it just signifies the holidays for me, and so therefore I like it.
Yeah,
like that. Mine is a double feature.
A double feature.
One is a made-for-TV movie. The second is a movie.
Uh-huh.
Muppet Family Christmas.
Yeah,
Muppet Family Christmas is so funny.
The best. It is hilarious, and I love it. Because the Muppets go to Fozzie's mom's house for Christmas. And then Sesame Street shows up. All the Sesame Street characters.
See, we haven't watched that one this year. I think my kids have probably really like it.
I think it's on Disney Plus, but I don't know.
I think it is.
So it's like kind of like a multiverse scenario.
It's one of those that has come up on the TV when we're trying to figure out a Christmas movie. And my kids all go, no!
I'm telling
you. They don't want it?
They don't want it.
Do they like Muppet Christmas Carol?
No.
Do they like Muppets?
Really?
Because that's my second one, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Also very funny.
Very good.
The Muppets are like legitimately funny.
When they're good, they're so good.
Muppet Family Christmas.
Is
it on Disney Plus?
I don't know. I don't know if it is, because the best thing about it is the best bit in the whole thing is there's in Fozzie's mom's house, there's ice on the front porch. So every character that walks into the house in the entire show, and we're talking about 50 different characters walk in the door, they all slip on the ice.
So it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
the entire thing is on YouTube. It's not on Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Wow.
Yeah,
and also they go and see Fraggle Rock.
Oh my god!
They also go see Fraggle Rock, and then you also just get some classic people that like Muppets and Sesame Street characters that never ever cross paths, like Big Bird and the Swedish Chef.
What?
Who obviously wants to cook him for Christmas dinner. It is the best. I freaking love it. It's so good.
I like Home Alone.
Home Alone's good. Home Alone's
It
good.
was on TV the other day. Home Alone.
Now, are you a fan of 2 as well?
Yeah,
Austin, New York?
two's great.
You like the pigeon lady?
It's a weird subplot, certainly.
Because Pigeon Lady has the same thing as scary snow shoveler man from the first one, right?
What do you mean has the same thing?
Like,
Oh, like they're like the ominous figure.
he's scared of him, but
Yes.
really it's a helpful figure that would
Yeah.
help him.
yeah.
Oh man, I never
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
that connection.
Yeah, it's true.
Trope.
They made it work though. Like they made it work where like they did repeat a lot of the same things. Like they did the same like the house where everything is gonna hurt these men that would definitely murder them in real life, but they don't die.
When
Yeah.
I think Kevin probably should have been taken away from his parents after a time too.
I mean, you're the expert.
2 times being left.
You're the expert here.
Come on, man.
That's why you don't see him in Home Alone 3. That's why he doesn't star in Home Alone 3.
Do you like the wet bandits or you like the sticky bandits?
I think I actually kind of prefer the Sticky Bandits.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the wet bandits because they're not only going in and stealing from the homes, they're also ruining the home.
I know, that's horrible.
And so the chaos there is more. The sticky bandits, they're because they're sticking the hand into the pot to get the coins, right?
Yeah.
How much money are you getting from that? Like $3.
I just feel like they were a little bit more dangerous. They got a little bit closer to getting Kevin. If that gun wouldn't have gotten soaked, Kevin would have died.
I don't specifically remember what you're referencing, but they had a gun.
If they had made it to a Home Alone 3 with the same casket, they would have killed Kevin.
Kevin would have died. They tried to kill. I mean, that's the one thing you just don't think about. You think about, oh, it's such a nice story. They try to kill Kevin but the gun gets soaked with something.
They go to prison after both movies.
Correct.
How did they get out so quickly into New York?
They snuck out. They got into a fish truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I haven't seen it.
Simple.
I forget a lot of these plot points.
Yeah.
I like Home Alone because you get to see Kieran Culkin.
Yeah.
With his glasses, and you're like, that's Roman Roy right there. Look at that.
And he wets the bed.
Oh, Buzz just got arrested in Oklahoma City.
He did get arrested
for strangling his girlfriend or something.
True.
Yeah.
The whole
Buzz.
There's some rough history there with the cast of Home Alone.
Worst thing about it happened during Christmas.
Both Kevin and Buzz have been arrested in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I feel like the strangling part is the worst part.
Yes. But if he would have done it at any other year, I don't know if it would have got more national attention. But this is Christmas movie,
strangling at Christmas?
No.
But if it was in the summer, I'd be like,
did you read the story?
No. I just saw
It's a weird one.
I just saw the headline. That's all I need.
He got so mad at his girlfriend for giving away 2 autographed cards. Some girls came. They were at Coyote Ugly downtown.
Oh yeah,
and they wanted an autograph, so she handed them these 2 autographed cards, and he was so mad at her
of Buzz
that he was mad at her that she didn't make the girls pay for them.
Oh, it's Christmas, Buzz.
It's Christmas.
Buzz. Here's the thing. Was it a signed picture of him now or a signed picture of him as a child?
I don't know.
I think it's a signed picture of
Buzz.
Child Buzz.
It should be.
And does he sign it, Buzz?
I don't know.
Oh, that's sad if he does.
Sad if he does. Sad Buzz.
But hey, Buzz.
It's good.
See you later. Let's go to the next Twitter question. It comes from I am Kev Bot, who wants to know: would you rather get number 1 in this draft? Would you rather get the number 1 draft pick this draft, or would you rather get number 3 and number 4 in the next draft?
Oh,
23. Yeah, 23, 3, and 4.
Oh, that's interesting because we all know that at least right now for the 23 draft, it's looking like a top 2 of generational stars. But of course, there could still be I don't know who's beyond those guys.
I don't know the class well enough yet. Yeah.
So it's an interesting question because what do we get in this draft? Are we just
you get your pick of the guys that we talked about earlier?
But are we getting no pick this draft?
I think it's
or we just don't get the number 1 pick.
I think you just don't get certainty.
You get those
if we got the number 1 pick this year.
2 top 4 picks in the next one.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
I think that's probably the right track, just the way that people talk about the class. However, I would like to be able to just choose Chet
Yes,
some
but
level.
you're guaranteeing yourself 2 top 4 picks and then another pick that will likely still be high.
Yeah.
Or you're guaranteeing yourself a number 1 pick and then whatever, probably 1 the following season.
Yeah. Yeah, you do want the most swings in the top 5. So yeah, that's probably the right answer. It's two top 5 picks in the following draft.
Ooh.
And then, I mean, who knows? Maybe you do get the number 1 pick just out of luck. Do we get that option, Kev bot?
No, it does not specify.
All right.
So I don't know.
Will you DM them?
Roll of the
DM.
dice.
DM. Hey, let's go to our next Twitter question. Hey, comes from @Phi_listen. Who wants to know, could Aaron Wiggins turn into a Kenrich type player and let the Thunder sell high on Kenrich while having an in-house replacement?
I mean, probably not. I mean, the odds of, a pick in the 50s becoming a rotation player are so incredibly low. However, I have liked what I've seen from him so far in limited minutes, but him becoming a legitimate top 8 rotation player is it's probably not going to happen, but I mean, who knows? I mean, Kenrich wasn't supposed to be this either. So you don't know, but
you don't trade Kenrich with that idea.
You don't. Yes, exactly.
He has not shown enough for you to feel
on
comfortable.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Because of that.
Yeah, you don't make any moves at all with the thought of Aaron Wiggins.
It's like, have you seen that? I mean, it's like, Mom, can we have something? It's like, oh, we have something at home, and it's a terrible replacement.
Yeah,
reminds me of that.
Yes, exactly.
All right, our next Twitter question comes from @Will C. Galbraith. Who wants to know?
That's definitely how you pronounce it.
That's how you pronounce it. Who wants to know, what are the most overrated Christmas traditions? Overrated.
I was thinking about this. I just think that there's a lot of really weird Christmas songs that we just accept.
Oh, I could not. The weirder the Christmas songs, are my favorites. Silver Bells, awesome.
No, not Silver Bells is not that weird.
Seeing 3 ships come sailing in, I love it.
No, those are fine. Both of those are.
Which
fine.
ones are you talking about?
I'm talking about
it's usually the most traditional Christmas songs.
No, I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Why would we? How scarring would that be to a real child to see their mommy kissing Santa Claus? Or The Little Drummer Boy is the weirdest song ever. Can you imagine a woman just gave birth and this kid just shows up with a drum and he's just beating this drum?
I think that is actually based on historical events.
It is definitely not.
That happened.
It is definitely not.
Do you not have a nativity scene with a guy with a drum kit? With a pearl drum kit?
Hey, Mary. It's a weird song. And we have just accepted it and be like, oh yeah, that's great. I love The Little Drummer Boy. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, it'd be different if you had another instrument. Because I've had friends who play drums and I never want to hear them play. I don't want to.
Especially after, can you imagine somebody after Mal gives birth just coming in with a drum? They're like, hey, I want to play this for your baby. It's uncalled for, and I don't know why we've accepted it for so long.
The 12 Days of Christmas. Did you know that I saw on Twitter, 5 golden rings refers to a type of bird with a golden ring around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So almost all of the gifts are birds.
Yeah.
And so every day,
Big bird.
That's another one.
Giving this woman more and more birds.
But she must like birds.
But the other thing is that
we've seen it. We've seen this played out on The Office, and it does not go well.
It's crazy because the other.
Yeah, that's another one. What we've just accepted, oh, this is wonderful. Look at all these gifts. No, you don't want any of these gifts.
It's a bunch of birds.
If that drummer boy came in, started off, I have no gift to bring, I'd be like, okay, well, there's the door. See you later.
Get out of here. Yeah,
that's all I need to hear.
When the other wise men they're bringing gold, myrrh, frankincense, and myrrh. Dude, that's top tier. Wise. They don't call him wise for nothing.
The best gift he can bring is silence. Just stop.
Maybe unless he has an electric drum kit.
He's only hearing it.
he's just pressing the buttons and chopping it up.
It's just a pad.
It's awesome.
I'll send you the recording later.
Like that beat was sick.
Here, Mary, put these headphones
Yeah,
on. Let me
listen to this sick beat. Really awesome.
Any other Christmas traditions besides songs
that we don't
that
like.
we don't like that we're out on?
I mean, as a kid, church.
It was
really getting in my way.
As a kid, yes, it did feel like the longest church service in the history.
But on the other
of
hand,
man.
when you got out of, and we would typically go on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
When you got out
Yeah,
of Christmas, and you knew that you're in the clear.
Yeah,
And the next like 48 hours
There
of
is-
just presence. There's
that's
no better
true.
feeling.
That is
So it's
true.
kind of worth it.
That's true.
Let me think. There's some Christmas movies that I'm just not too wild about. Like A Christmas Story, I don't like. I have
don't?
no affection for it.
Yeah, I like it.
And it's on all the, like whatever channel plays it, like 24
What don't you like
hours.
about it? What's the thing you don't like about it?
Any part of it. I don't like any of it. I don't think any of it's funny. And it's just like, I didn't watch it when I was a kid, so I have no, like, that's, I think, why people like it.
Yeah,
Because they watch it as a kid and they have
Oh,
like some like
that is
affection.
that
for
is
it.
definitely like a huge part of like almost every Christmas movie.
Yeah, but still, it's not.
There's like very few Christmas movies that I think are like good movies.
You watch Elf. Elf is good.
Elf is good,
Elf is good.
legitimately good.
Yeah.
The first like 70% of Elf is really good. I say the last 30 I could just do without, but
Okay. No, I'll give you that. But not all the Christmas movies are good. I watched Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer, the puppet one.
yeah,
That was good.
stop motion one. You mean?
Stop motion one, yeah.
Yeah.
They're stop motion, but they're puppets. Stop motion puppets, aren't they?
I don't know if they're puppets. Is there a
Are
hand
they
in them?
puppets?
I think they're real.
Well, I mean, they're okay. Yeah, you're right. They're not puppets. Well, I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. But
They're figures, right?
What do you call them? Figures?
I don't know. What else would you call them?
Figures.
I don't know what you'd call them, but I don't know. Fuzzies. Hey guys.
Fuzzies?
Instead of miffed and peeved, let's do some Festivus airing of grievances. Are you ready to air your grievances? You got grievances? You were on a plane all day yesterday. You have to have them.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a ton. I woke up yesterday, got on the plane, found out that there were 2 stops on my first leg. We flew to San Jose, then to LA, then to Phoenix. Miserable. Phoenix, not a great airport. But I actually wanted to tell you guys a story that I meant to tell at the live pod.
Oh.
And it's still been sticking in my craw.
Oh no.
So when I flew home, that was back in November, it was the day that OU played Baylor.
Yeah.
And I was watching it on my laptop
Mm-hmm.
on the plane. How nice. Modern conveniences. The guy in the aisle seat looks over and says, "Is that live?" I said, "Yeah, you can watch it on your laptop, your iPad." I was doing a little ad for Southwest. You watch it on your phone.
Uh-huh.
His wife, who's sitting in the middle seat, says, "Oh, honey, do you want me to bring it up on your phone for you?" He says, "No, I can see it fine." Talking about my laptop. And so for the next 2 hours, I had to watch this game, which I increasingly just wanted to turn off because it was a terrible game and you lost.
Yeah.
And this guy's looking over his wife, watching it on my
I
screen,
could see it just fine.
asking me the entire time about updates on the Michigan Penn State score, I'm some app. And then I come to find out the guy has no affinity for OU. He is not from OU. He's not root for OU. There's no reason why he would ever want to watch this game.
No.
He's not from Oklahoma. His nephew is on the golf team at OSU, and he thought we were watching his nephew's football team the entire time.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that is not okay. There's
he
nothing
wasn't
okay
even
about that.
he wasn't even a fan of he didn't even know nothing.
He didn't know nothing.
Well, I think you just need to.
Well, that's what I do now. Now I get in the window seat and then turn it towards the window so that no one can see.
I don't watch. I take a book on a plane.
Really?
I'm a book.
Oh man,
guy.
yesterday I was listening to music on my iPod, watching a game on my laptop, playing my Nintendo Switch.
Oh, what you playing?
I just tried to envelop myself.
Wow.
What you playing?
Nino Kuni 1, Wrath of the White Witch.
You sure you're not playing Fire Emblem? You son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Luke lent me a game and I haven't brought it
For
back.
like 2 years.
Oh really?
That's fine. It's
COVID,
I didn't
COVID.
love it.
Fine.
I didn't love it. I didn't love the game.
COVID.
What we're miffed and peeved? What am I
Airing
miffed
of
and peeved
grievances.
about? Grievances.
You got any Twitter grievances? Just things you see on Twitter that just bother you?
Yeah, I have, the joke format that's like it started I think it started with, do you want me to believe a shrimp fried this rice?
Yeah.
But now it's like, you want me to do X, the thing that did like the example is like, you want me to like, like you want me to like reindeers, the thing that killed grandma, the thing that ran over grandma.
Yeah.
That joke format.
Uh-huh.
I don't like it. I'm over it.
Yeah, I don't particularly understand it.
I'm over most Twitter joke formats, like the no one, absolutely no one.
Yeah.
I hate that one.
Yeah. When they get once, because like you'll see one, it's like, okay, that's funny. It's original. And then you see like 200 based on it. I'm like,
Well, that's the worst part of NBA Twitter is like anytime anything happens in the NBA, you have like 50 of the exact same joke. Just flood your timeline.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
And then you just stop tweeting.
And you
Just stay away.
guys, this isn't really a grievance, but I had to do something. And did it make me mad? No, but I'm playing a game that makes you like count your steps.
Yeah.
And you're rewarded for more steps.
Yeah. What's that game called?
Pikmin Bloom.
Pikmin Bloom.
Pikmin Bloom. You grow Pikmin and you grow flowers the more you walk around stuff.
Wow.
And they had a community.
Wow.
They had a community day last Saturday.
Yeah.
And so you have to walk 10,000 steps.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So I finished.
Nice.
I finished the day, and like it's around 9. And I only have till midnight, and I'm at like 5,000 steps, and I get something at 10,000. So I went outside, and it was like cold. Like I had
just
to wear,
walked around.
wear a headband.
Yeah.
Had to wear a jacket.
How does it track your steps on your phone?
Your phone?
Gyrometer.
Yeah.
So I just walked.
Sling psychrometer.
I just walked around my parents' Circle Drive until I hit.
Why don't you just do that
10,000 steps.
inside? You could do that inside if you're just doing tiny little circles.
Yeah, but then I'd have to like.
You could like go on a walk,
so
like
much.
go somewhere.
No, I did not.
You're like a hamster.
Yeah.
Wow.
But guess what?
Wow.
Got those steps.
We ordered Christmas cards from Walmart.com. We got shipped a random family's cards. So, turns out through the magic of Facebook that we had like a connection to these people that live in Mustang. We got them their cards. We don't know where our original cards went.
Oh, they didn't go to Mustang?
No. So we were waiting. Like she said, my order's supposed to be here on Friday. We'll see. It's some random family from like Idaho or something.
Oh no! So you don't have Christmas cards?
We got them.
You got them.
We eventually got them.
They're wonderful.
Yeah, we eventually got them. I had to call an order. I explained to the lady like what happened. She did not care. She was just like, "I will refund you." And I was like, "Listen, like, I need these cards quickly. I will give you a refund." Like, no. Like, she's like, I've canceled the order. Now you have a refund. Like the whole time I'm like trying to explain to her, like, can we get these rush ordered? Like, can you please help me? She's like, you can reorder them on the website. Click.
Luke, when are you going to do a Christmas card? Because I feel like you're moving into your new place. We talked about getting an aquarium. If you could do a Christmas card.
Your bathroom looks really good. You could do it in your bathtub.
In the bathtub with the fish.
I think a solo man Christmas card is not the look.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
But it's letting everyone know you're still single, which could be a good thing.
But what if you had a dog?
Yeah. What
if dog, then it's a picture of just the dog.
What?
No L-man?
No L-man. No, I'm not doing Christmas cards.
Do you want to do joint Christmas cards?
Yeah.
Friend cards?
Friend cards.
Friendship Christmas cards?
I thought you meant Christmas cards.
Ooh, we could do a Down to Dunk Christmas card.
Now I would do a Down.
Oh, that'd be
Christmas
nice.
Card.
We could send it to people.
Who would
be very nice.
Yeah.
We could have people on Twitter if they want one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want a Down
They
to
sign
Dunk
one.
Christmas card.
Yeah, we're not
There's no
doing
time.
it. We're not doing
Not
it.
this side. Not this year.
Podcast
Maybe
at
next
year.
gmail.com.
Too early. But the thing is about that, you have to get ready for that like in
March.
Like in October.
Yeah, you
Like,
do.
You really have to plan
Yeah.
that out.
We should take
'Cause
we should take a picture together and send out a card.
The other thing is that once upon a time, Down to Dunk thought Andrew plays guitar, Taylor plays bass or drums. Jay plays.
Oh, yeah, Jay plays drums.
Jay plays drums.
Yeah,
Taylor plays
Jay's
bass. I sing, and we make a little Christmas song or a little Christmas band and have like a little thing.
Still do it.
But you have to realize, in order to do that, you have to start practicing in like August.
Definitely.
And so it's been like, there's no way this has ever happened.
We're all pretty good musicians, though. Like we could get it together before then.
Dude, I don't know.
I bet we could practice 3 times and be okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Because my idea was, because live performance, could we do it? Yeah, but I would also think just put like just release a podcast. It's just like 5 songs of us
Ding, ding, ding,
playing
ding,
little
ding.
Christmas songs. I think that'd be nice.
Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle Rock. I'm also really into right now singing Christmas songs, but replacing them with bad words.
Okay.
I really like it.
Thank you.
Okay, don't give us any examples because I know what the examples are.
Well, I'll give you one example.
No.
Because this is what it's based on. When I was in elementary school, this was like 2nd grade or 3rd grade. One of my friends got in trouble because he was singing Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly, but he was singing Deck the Balls.
Yeah.
And so the teacher called him up in front of the music teacher called him up in front of the class.
What grade is this?
Like 3rd grade.
Wow.
4th grade, 2nd grade, an early grade.
Yeah.
Not 5th. Called him up and said, "What did you say? You have to sing it." And made him sing it in front of the class. Legend.
Who was it?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't want to say because I will tell you after the pod.
Okay.
I don't want to embarrass him. He would be embarrassed. I think.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like that's the exact opposite of what that teacher should have done. Because if any kids didn't hear it, then they got to hear it and they're like, "Oh, that is pretty good."
It was awesome, and I thought it was hilarious.
You are now a 35-year-old man remembering it because of what the teacher
and
did.
now I'm making up my own songs.
That's right.
And then because the other one, this is not really related, but there was a thing in 3rd grade where you would hold your tongue and say like a regular word, and it sounds like a naughty word.
Yeah, vacuum.
And so word got around that this one person in class was doing it, and the teacher,
same kid,
different kid.
Okay.
Teacher said, and so used his full name, like Alex Spears. It wasn't you, but say, "Hold your tongue and say what you've been saying." And so he's
what a weird
held
punishment.
His tongue, said pirate ship.
Hey,
Wow.
Can I tell you a really quick funny teacher story? Because my
Yes.
wife's a teacher. So she was talking to a teacher from another school, and apparently, if you don't know any teachers, like these last 2 years have been like miserable for teachers. Like kids are going crazy at schools.
I'm glad I got out of the game.
It's bad. And so she was at like a happy hour, and they were exchanging stories. And this one teacher was like, "Yeah, the other day, I saw this kid after class bent over a girl in the class, just smacking her on the head. And it looked so violent. And I didn't know what, like, I obviously ran over. I thought he was like assaulting her or something." And he gets over there, and it turns out he's putting out a fire because there's a kid in the class who is sprinting down the hallway right now who's been lighting other kids' hair on fire in class. I don't know how he's doing it, like he's sneaking in matches, but he's been lighting kids' hair on fire and then sprinting away. And that's like his bit.
Dude, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. And other kids are just left to like put out the fire on the other kids' heads.
With the potential of getting in trouble, it's the perfect crime. Wow, that kid will be remembered forever.
Yeah, the fire starter.
Wow.
The fire starter.
Well, we're on hour 24 of this podcast. Thanks so much for listening. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Be careful out there. It's foggy.
It's a little foggy. Hope you guys have a great Christmas. Enjoy it. And we will talk to you guys again on Monday.